Says the Brisker Rav. So what does the pasuk mean? What the pasuk is telling you is, "De milchamto shel Yisrael lo hayita begvuratam." The war of the Jews was not with their might, rak bebitchonam, only with their faith. And if they had that kind of faith, then they merited miracles. So it's not that when you go to war, miracles happen, so don't be afraid. It's when you go to war, comma, and you are not afraid, comma, because you know that the war is not being fought by the strength of your arms, by the might of whatever, you know it's God, comma, then nobody falls. Now you understand, Yehoshua is like, what's going on? How'd we lose a few dozen people? How'd that happen? According to one opinion. How did one guy die? He's going Majnun. I can't believe it. Because no one should fall if God's running the battle. My friends, that means that what we're learning over here is something incredible. That a Jew has a power to make miracles. Their faith, says the Brisker Rav, made the miracle. Their emunat ha'emet created it. They went to battle for God, knowing they could rely on Him. And what happened? God comes through. Why does He come through? Because of the emunah. That means that if I want to make a miracle, what do I have to do? I have to work on approaching something with absolute, complete faith. Now do you understand why the terminology we use is that he should rely on Mikveh Yisrael? Because the work of finding that miraculous salvation, where did it exist? It wasn't Amonai Ish Milchama. It wasn't in God's hands. Crazy thing to say. It was in whose hands? Our hands. So listen to this wild conundrum. The people, the warriors, have to believe that the battle is in God's hands. But the battle isn't in God's hands. Whose hands is the battle in? Their hands. Just not in their might. Not in the size of the other side's army. Not in how many missiles they have. Not in their air defense systems. Ela b'bitchonam. So by believing that the war was completely in God's hands, God would save everyone. And then it turns out that the war was actually in whose hands? Their hands.